It's amazing. We're very privileged. We'll be talking a little bit about how to win at sumo in a second, but before the bouts get underway, there are a number of rituals that take place.
Absolutely. Before they fight, since this is a Shinto ritual, they perform many moves and gestures that has deep meaning or deep connection to the Shinto, religion. So here's one of them. Could you hold my microphone? Okay. It's called chirichozu. Before each match, all the wrestlers will do this. Okay. They will first rub their hands to remove any impurities or dirt from their hands, and then they will clap their hands to ask for God's attention, and then they will spread both arms wide to show that he is not carrying any weapons. This is a pledge he's making to his opponent that he will fight fair and square. All right, another important ritual that the sumo wrestlers will conduct in the ring is called shiko, the foot stomp. Okay, by doing this, thank you very much. By doing this, the wrestlers are doing two things. One is to drive away the evil spirits that are lurking in the ground. So wrestlers will try to drive away the evil spirits all the time before they fight. The other reason, this is the most fundamental exercise in sumo. So the wrestlers will perform this about 200, 300 times a day during the morning practice session to strengthen their lower body, the core, build flexibility and the resiliency in the lower body. So shiko foot stomping is very important for each and every sumo wrestler.
Okay, we're not finished there with the rituals because after the bout,
right,
there's something very important as well.
After the bout, yeah, okay. So you see these yobidashi, the sumo's all-purpose staff, right near them. So the winner of the match will stay beside the ring, just right around the ringside, and they will offer what's called chikaramizu, water of power, a ladle of water to the next combatant who will be fighting from the same side of the dohyo, because the winner is supposed to have the winning luck. So he will pass on the luck to the next combatant who will be fighting from the same side. So what happens to the other side? The loser of the match, the loser doesn't get to stay. He goes right back to the dressing room because he has no such luck.
Okay, the winner will pass water. I think I understand.
That's right.
Okay, so how do you win at sumo?
Okay, sumo rules are very simple. One of the ways is by taking your opponent out of the ring. Force your opponent out of the ring, you win. The other way is take your opponent down to the clay, okay? Make him touch the ground with any part of his body except the soles of his feet. So those are the two main ways you can win the match.
Are there any foul moves?
Absolutely. You don't have one, but if there's a if you pull a mage or the top knot of the hair, of the wrestler, you lose the match. Intentional or unintentional, you pull the mage or the top knot, you lose. It happens a lot.
Right.
Quite often, yeah.
Not to me, but yeah.
No,
yeah,
not to you.
Absolutely.
Also, can I mention about one more rituals that the sumo wrestlers do? They will throw salt, prior to the match. They use a lot of salt. Salt in Japan is believed to have, power to purify things. So salt is used for purification in Japan. So the wrestlers will throw salt to purify the ring and body to drive away the evil spirits from the ring.
They throw a lot of salt here.
They do, and in Japan, in grand tournaments, it's a 15-day tournament, but in each day, they use 40 kilograms of salt. So that's what, multiplied by 15, you get 600 kilograms of salt just for sumo in one grand sumo tournament.
That is incredible. So around 40 kilos of salt probably used tonight?
I don't think so.
No, okay. All right, no.
Because this is just a top level, Makunochi division.
Okay, excellent. Now, what are the fighting styles we should be watching out for?
All right, fighting style, two ways. One is Yotsuzumo, getting a firm grip on the belt and force him out or throw him down to the clay. Okay. Usually, giant wrestlers tend to do this, okay? So you just try to overpower his opponent. Right. The other way is to just, create a separation, keep the separation, and push and thrust. Okay. Just like a boxing match. Those are the two main fighting ways in sumo.
Okay. Now, we will have 5 days. We're already on day 2, at the end of which we will have a champion crowned. Who is the likely favorite?
It's a tough question because it's a 5-day tournament, right? So anything could happen, okay? So, folks, expect the unexpected, because we saw the Yokozuna Grand Champions getting off to a solid start. They're both 1-0, but again, with only 5 days, 4 days remaining, hey, anybody can, join the title race. I'm also curious to see one of the lower ranked wrestlers who can shake things up by challenging those top dogs in the end.
When you mention the lower ranked wrestlers, one other thing that we've seen is that there is tremendous difference in size. Someone like Midori Fuji is a much smaller
That's
athlete.
Right. As many of you might know already this, but there are no weight divisions in sumo, so you will get real David versus Goliath matches. When that happens, everybody seems to cheer for the much smaller combatant, because everybody wants to see the giant slaying. Everybody wants to see the major upset, and when that happens, the crowd will erupt in cheers.
Okay. Hiro, that's excellent. Everybody wants to see some sumo action, so we probably better wrap this up.
Too much explaining, so let's get some action going, huh?
Hiro-san, everybody. Hiro, as I mentioned, is going to be heading up to provide commentary and analysis once the action gets underway, and that'll be available for viewers worldwide, and indeed for those of you who have the headsets. And can I also mention that we'll be inviting you to vote for your favorite Rikishi this evening, your favorite wrestler, using the QR code up there on the screen or on the back of your handbills. You can register your vote for your favorite, and whoever gets the most votes, of course, at the end of this week, will be receiving the Audience Award. Excellent. Well, thank you very much indeed for your patience. We're ready to get things underway. Let's invite now the Obidashi to Sugiyamashou.
ただいまから横綱豊昇龍の綱締め実演をご覧いただきます。
The rope around the Yokozuna's waist is the one he wears for his ring entering ceremony. Notice the young wrestler's hands. They're wearing fresh gloves to prevent the white rope from getting dirty. Since this rope is used daily in the Yokozuna's ring entering ceremony during the 15-day tournament, it must always remain pristine and white. As the rope is being tied, you will hear the young wrestlers calling out. These calls help everyone coordinate the timing and rhythm. On the signal, they tighten the rope around the Yokozuna's waist all at once. They repeat this process several times until the rope is perfectly secured. Wearing this large, heavy rope around their waist every day for the Yokozuna ring entering ceremony requires tremendous strength, making it a very demanding ceremony. All Yokozuna say that performing the Yokozuna ring entering ceremony uses about as much energy as fighting 2 sumo matches. Because the ceremony has a strict procedure and order that must never be done incorrectly, it is both mentally and physically very demanding. Usually a makunochi, the top division wrestler, has 3 to 4 attendants. These assistants take care of everything around the wrestler, especially in the dressing room before a bout, ensuring the wrestler can fully concentrate and be ready for the match. When a wrestler becomes a Yokozuna, the number of assistants increases to around 10. This is partly to help with tasks like tying the rope, and also because a Yokozuna has many other items to manage, such as the sword and the set of 3 ceremonial aprons used in the Yokozuna ring entering ceremony. Naturally, this requires a larger team of attendants. They're in the final stage of making this rope. Not making, but they're tying the rope around the whole Shoryu's waist. Now later on, you will be seeing Yokozuna Ho Shoryu along with the other Yokozuna Ono Sato performing the Yokozuna Dohyo Iri, or the ring entering ceremony, wearing this beautiful white rope around his waist. Again, the current Banzuke or official listing of rank was established about 300 years ago. Ho Shoryu is the 74th Yokozuna and Ono Sato the 75th. Both rose to Yokozuna this year. So as you can see, only 75 wrestlers have been promoted to Yokozuna in the past 200 to 300 years. This shows how difficult it is to reach the rank of Yokozuna. To become a Yokozuna, a wrestler must first be promoted to the rank of Ozeki, the second highest. After that, you have to win back-to-back titles in order to reach the top level. So Yokozuna, becoming a Yokozuna is therefore extremely difficult. Becoming a Yokozuna is incredibly difficult, but continuing to win after reaching that rank is said to be even harder. Up to the rank of Ozeki, a wrestler can be demoted if they perform poorly, but they can still continue their sumo career. Yokozuna, however, don't have that option. If they fail to live up to expectations, the only path left for them is retirement. Every wrestler dreams of becoming a Yokozuna, but it's said that the moment promotion is confirmed, thoughts of retirement already start to cross their mind. Here is Yokozuna Ho Shoryu's beautiful white rope tsuna around his waist, secured. Thank you very much, Yokozuna Ho Shoryu. This concludes the Yokozuna rope tying demonstration.
ただいまより幕の内土俵入りであります。はじめに西方幕の内土俵入り。
We will now begin the Makunuchi ring entering ceremony. First up, the ring entering ceremony for the Makunuchi wrestlers from the West.
The
escort is Kimura Akijiro.
続いて琴栄峰、
Koto Eiho.
千葉県出身佐渡ヶ嶽部屋獅子、
Shishi.
ウクライナ出身イカズチ部屋ひとし、
Hitoshi.
東京都出身追手風部屋朝紅龍、
Asa Koryu.
大阪府出身高砂部屋佐田の海、
Sada Naomi.
熊本県出身境川部屋時颯、
Toki Hayate.
宮城県出身時津風部屋武富士、
Takeru Fuji.
青森県出身伊勢ヶ浜部屋美らの海、
Chira Naomi.
沖縄県出身木瀬部屋藤の川、
Fujinokawa.
京都府出身伊勢の海部屋緑富士、
Midori Fuji.
静岡県出身伊勢ヶ浜部屋金峰山、
Kimbozan.
カザフスタン出身木瀬部屋大正馬、
Oshoma.
モンゴル出身鳴門部屋一山本、
Ichi Yamamoto.
北海道出身離れ駒部屋若元春、
Wakamoto Haru.
福島県出身荒汐部屋平戸海、
Hiradomi.
長崎県出身境川部屋 郷野山、
郷野山、
大阪府出身武隈部屋、王鵬、
王鵬、
東京都出身大嶽部屋、阿炎、
阿炎、
埼玉県出身錣山部屋、最後は小結青錦、
小結青錦、
ウクライナ出身安治川部屋、代わって東方幕内土俵入り。
Next, the ring entering ceremony for the Makunushi wrestlers from the East.
The 先導は式守喜一郎。
The escort is 式守喜一郎。
続いて王将海、
王将海、
石川県出身鳴門部屋、竜電、
竜電、
山梨県出身高田川部屋、錦木、
錦木、
岩手県出身伊勢の海部屋、湘南の海、
湘南の海、
神奈川県出身高田川部屋、翔猿、
翔猿、
東京都出身追手風部屋、御嶽海、
御嶽海、
長野県出身出羽の海部屋、狼雅、
狼雅、
ロシア出身二子山部屋、正代、
正代、
熊本県出身時津風部屋、大栄翔、
大栄翔、
埼玉県出身追手風部屋、宇良、
宇良、
大阪府出身木瀬部屋、隆の勝、
隆の勝、
千葉県出身常盤山部屋、大野勝、
小野勝、
モンゴル出身大野松部屋、琴勝峰、
琴勝峰、
千葉県出身佐渡ヶ嶽部屋、熱海富士、
熱海富士、
静岡県出身伊勢ヶ浜部屋、伯桜鵬、
白王
鳥
鵬、
取県出身伊勢ヶ浜部屋、玉鷲、
玉鷲、
モンゴル出身片男波部屋、小結高安、
小結高安、
茨城県出身田子の浦部屋、関脇霧島、
関脇霧島、
モンゴル出身音羽山部屋、最後は関脇若隆景、
関脇若隆景、
福島県出身荒汐部屋、幕内土俵入りは終わりました。
The Makunuchi ring entering ceremony has concluded. Hiro, next up, we got some foot stomping action in store because it's the Yokozuna's ring entering ceremony.
That's right. During the Yokozuna ring entering ceremony, everybody, Yokozuna performs a ritual to pray for a rich harvest and peace throughout the land, while also purifying the ring of evil spirits. Now, the Yokozuna stomps his foot 3 times. When he does, please join in and shout, Yoisho! This call helps drive away evil spirits from the ring and the arena together with the Yokozuna. So, please do not forget to say Yoisho during the performance.
Yoisho!
Yoisho is the word.
"西方より横綱豊昇龍土俵入りであります。
We will now have the Yokozuna Dohyo Iri. First up, the West Yokozuna ring entering ceremony performed by Yokozuna Hoshoryu. He is attended by the dew sweeper Ura. The sword bearer is Hiradomi. The Gyoji is Shikimori Inosuke. The Gyoji is Kimura Shonosuke.
横綱豊昇龍露払い浦太刀持ち平戸海行司は木村庄之助であります。 東方より横綱大野里土俵入りであります。
Now the ring entering ceremony, or the Yokozuna's ring entering ceremony from the east, performed by Yokozuna Ono Sato. He is attended by the dew sweeper Takanosho, the sword bearer Takayasu, and the Gyoji is Shikimori Inosuke.
横綱大野里露払い隆の勝太刀持ち高安行司は式守伊之助であります。 横綱土俵入りは終わりました。
The Yokozuna ring entering ceremony has concluded.
ただいまから櫓太鼓の内訳実演でございます。実演者は呼び出し藤尾でございます。
Now a demonstration of Yagura Daiko drum beats. The performer is Yobidashi Fujio. First up here is the Yosei Daiko.
That's right. First, the Yosei Daiko. In the old days, this drum was beaten to summon the stable masters and wrestlers whenever there was a matter to discuss. It's also known as the purification drum, as it was played on the day before sumo matches to purify the dohyo.
それでは寄せ太鼓
Alright, that was Yosei Daiko. Next is the Ichiban Daiko. In the old days, it was struck around 2 or 3 o'clock in the middle of the night. This was called the morning drum beating, and it was played as a prayer for peace in the nation and a bountiful harvest.
それでは一番太鼓
That was Ichiban Daiko. Finally, we have the Hane Daiko. After all the bouts of the day have concluded, the Hane Daiko is played to show gratitude to the audience for coming, while also sending a message to invite them to return tomorrow.
それでは羽太鼓
This concludes the Yagura Daiko drum demonstration. Please show your appreciation for Yobidachi Fujio.
ただいまより大相撲ロンドン場所2日目の取り組みを開始いたします。
We will now begin the matches on this second day of the Grand Sumo Tournament London.
All right, let's talk about what's coming up in the first half, James. We have Shishi and Ryuden to kick things off. They are undefeated at the moment. And another battle of unbeatens are Koto Eiho and Tobizaru, both 1-0. And scrolling down, it's Sadanomi and Daisho going at it. They're both undefeated, as well as Churanomi and Mitake Umi. So a lot to see here in the first half. Of course, popular Ura will meet Fujinokawa, and little man Midori Fuji versus Takanosho. So many exciting action here in the first half. So keep your eye on the tournament.
勝負審判をご紹介いたします。正面審判長春日野元栃の若、西溜伊勢の海元北勝どき、東溜久米川元琴稲妻、行司溜勝の浦元桐錦であります。
Here are the judges for the first half matches. The chief judge on the front side, Kasugano, former Tochino-waka. The judge in the west, Isenoumi, former Kitakachi-doki. The judge in the east, Kumegawa, former Koto Inazuma. The judge on the opposite side, Katsunoura, former Kirinishiki. Now everybody, the four ringside judges hold a conference when they question the referee's decision or when they need to verify the result of the match. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for joining me, Hiro Morita, for the broadcast of Day 2 of the London tournament. Again, rules of sumo are simple. You can lose primarily or win primarily by two ways. A rikishi wins a bout by forcing his opponent out of the ring or by making him touch the ground with any part of his body except the soles of his feet, using some technique such as a throw. First match coming up. From the west side is Shishi, Ukrainian, 1-0, against Ryuden on the east side, also 1-0. Since this is a 5-day tournament, suffering a loss right here would be very costly. By the way, these two wrestlers have fought 5 times in the past, and Ryuden has won 4 of those. 4-1 for Ryuden in the 5-time meetings. Shishi's a big man, 193 centimeters. Ryuden also 189.
ウクライナザポリージャ出身イカズチ部屋東方龍電
Shishi is the first wrestler from Ukraine to reach the top division. His fellow countryman, Ao Nishiki, became the second.
木村正三郎これより中入り後取り組みであります
From the west, Shishi, and from the east, Ryuden. And a reminder for those who purchased radio commentary, Hero is now providing that.
So Ryuden on the east side is 1-0. Well, he is 34 years old and he fights hard, even though he's reaching the, 34-year-old, 35-year-old range. Double inside position is what Ryuden likes to fight with. He wants to gain that inside position with his both hands. When he gets that, he gets strong, tough, and resilient. Shishi, his power multiplies once he secures a firm grip on the belt. Still learning and growing though, getting better every tournament. It's Shishi versus Ryuden. Ryuden looking good, moving around. Shishi unable to locate Ryuden. Ryuden looks like he's outmaneuvering Shishi at the moment. Ryuden gains a firm right-hand grip. Good fight here. Shishi wants to gain a right-hand grip as well, but Ryuden preventing him. Ryuden shows good defense as well as good offense. Ryuden gains the inside position, goes on the attack. Shishi reverses the field. He rallies. He now has both hands firm on the grip. The belt over Ryuden. He loses the grip. What an extended match here. Ryuden drives Shishi back to the edge, but nice reversal by Shishi from Ukraine. Shishi wins at the edge. What a match. Ryuden kind of controlled the flow of the match in this majority of the bout, but Shishi comes out on top in the end. What a resilient performance by Shishi. Uwatenage by Shishi. Even though he did not, complete the throw, he didn't slam it down. Shishi is the winner because he utilized that overarm grip. So let's see what happened in this match. Right out of the get-go, Ryuden slightly moves to his right, gaining the right-hand grip, but Shishi was able to withstand Ryuden's offensive onslaught. Ryuden goes in for the kill, but look at Shishi's power at the edge. He reverses the field. He uses that Tokudawara, the extra space behind him, to utilize that technique. Once again, Shishi gains the grip, taken back to the edge, but he reverses the field. What a move by Shishi from Ukraine in the end. Ryuden, once again, he wanted to go in for the kill. He wanted to beat Shishi, but Shishi had a better idea, a better move. He wins. So Shishi from Ukraine moves on to 2-0. Ryuden is 1-1. Next up, we have Hitoshi meeting Osho Umi. Hitoshi 0-1, Osho Umi 0-1.
西方仁東京都立川市出身追手風部屋
Hitoshi made his Makunouchi with the top division debut in the last tournament in September, went 7-8. By the way, in order to move up the rankings, in a 15-day tournament, you have to win a majority of bouts. That's 8 wins out of 15 matches. As long as you win 8 bouts during the 15-day competition, you keep moving up the ranks. But if you lose more than you win, you go down, you get demoted to a lower rank. Osho Umi is his opponent. Now, Osho Umi, get this. Osho Umi came to London this time to fill in for an absent top division wrestler. So, lucky Osho Umi. But at the same time, Osho Umi posted a good record in the September tournament. 9 wins and 6 losses, competing in the second highest division, Judo. So, as a result, Osho Umi, more than likely, he will be promoted to the top Makunouchi division in the November tournament. He will be making his top division debut in November. Here we go. Hitoshi versus Osho Umi. Good attack. Oh, nice move to the left, and Hitoshi wisely knocks Osho Umi down. Hitoshi with a, what a brilliant move. Utilizing his lateral mobility, and down goes Osho Umi. Hitoshi wins. Looks like a Tsuki-otoshi thrust down.
The winner is
Hitoshi wins. Nice hand-eye coordination by Hitoshi. Look at this. Hitoshi just looking at his opponent, and nice movement and good hand placement from Hitoshi, utilizing the left hand to thrust Osho-umi down. Osho-umi, nobody home when he tried to go forward. Again, from Osho-umi's side of things, Osho-umi wanted to gain a grip, but Hitoshi hits and shift away. Hitoshi wins. So Hitoshi moves up to 1-1, Osho-umi 0-2. Now next we have Koto Eiho. Look at this leg raise. Koto Eiho. He's famous for his beautiful Shiko foot stompings. Koto Eiho is 1-0. His opponent, Tobizaru, who calls himself the Flying Monkey, is also 1-0. Should be a good matchup. First ever meeting between Koto Eiho and Tobizaru.
千葉県柏市出身佐渡ヶ嶽部屋
By the way, Koto Eiho's older brother is Koto Shoho, who won the championship in the top division in July.
From the west, Koto Eiho, and from the east, Tobizaru.
Oh, Tobizaru imitating Koto Eiho. Uh-oh. Maybe Koto Eiho doesn't like this. His opponent just mimicking him. Tobizaru, the Flying Monkey, playing the mind game here. Tobizaru is a tricky opponent, fast, and he's got a good agility. Again, both men 1-0, so they need to keep winning, because at the end of the day, you have to expect the Yokozuna to keep winning. So if you want to win, contender for the championship, look at the salt throwing. Tobizaru scattering salt all over his opponent Koto Eiho's side. There they go, immediately attack. Oh, nice move by Tobizaru, the Flying Monkey. Goes right behind Koto Eiho. Koto Eiho in all sorts of trouble. Can he reverse the field? Tobizaru attacking. Tobizaru makes sure Koto Eiho goes out. Okuri Tsuridashi, rear push out. Win by Tobizaru, the Flying Monkey. I told you how fast he is. Tobizaru is tricky, fast, and wily.
ただいまの決まり手は送り吊り出し送り吊り出して翔猿の勝ち
Okuri Tsuridashi.
The winner is Tobizaru.
Tobizaru goes to 2-0. That's what the Flying Monkey will do. Thrusting. Oh, a little bit of a cat trick with both hands. In front of Koto Eiho. Koto Eiho got fooled. Koto Eiho never recovers from this position. It's almost impossible when you allow your opponent to go right behind you, and Tobizaru just took a little bit of time. He just wanted to make sure he doesn't make any mistake before he puts Koto Eiho away. Okuri Tsuridashi, rear lift out. The quickness of Tobizaru enables him to pick up his second win. 2 for 2 for Tobizaru, the Flying Monkey. By the way, Flying Monkey loves to speak English. He's learning English, and he told me that he wants to become a fluent speaker in English. So if you bump into him, speak English to Tobizaru. He'll love that. Moving on.
西方朝交流
We now have Asa Koryu meeting Nishikigi. Both men losing on the opening day, so hoping to bounce back. If they don't, they will quickly fall out of the championship race. Again, this is only a 5-day tournament. Usually when it's a 15-day competition, even if you go 0-2, you can recover. We've seen the wrestlers, recover and rally and win a championship with a losing record after like 3-4 days, but not in this tournament. I think the maximum number of losses you can suffer in this tournament is about 1. 4-1 would be the not the ideal. Ideal would be the 5-0, but 4-1, maybe you have a chance. Asakori is a real feisty rikishi on the right. Nishikigi likes to fight with a lot of his power. Asakori using his quickness now goes behind Nishikigi. Nishikigi, he's in all sorts of trouble. Nishikigi cannot recover. Asakori, much smaller man, defeats Nishikigi. Nishikigi outweighs Asakori by nearly 50 kilos. Or maybe 60, but it doesn't matter. That was one of those
The winner is Asakoryu.
small versus the giant. Asakoryu comes out on top. We got the Rio David versus Goliath in this match. Asakoryu showing a lot of spirit in his sumo. Goes right behind Nishikigi. Nishikigi is trying to hang in there, but there's no way. Look at Asakoryu deep inside with a firm grip with his right hand, and Nishikigi unable to resist. Good move from the left. And the good thing Asakoryu did was there was no wasted motion. He went right to the attack and finished off Nishikigi before he was able to recover. Look at the left hand. Usage of the left hand was brilliant, and after that, he kept up his intensity throughout the match. And Asakoryu never allows Nishikigi to make his comeback move. Asakoryu wins for the first time in London. Moving on to the next match, we have Toki Hayate 1 and 0-1. Sorry about that. Toki Hayate is 0-1. Shona no Umi also 0-1.
From the west, Toki Hayate, and from the east, Shona no Umi.
So both combatants are looking for their first win here in London, which will be a very memorable victory. Shona no Umi, look at him, he's a big man, one of the biggest in the top division. Hard worker who never gives up. I would say his best is yet to come from Shona no Umi, 27-year-old Rikishi. On the other side, Toki Hayate, much smaller, about 50 kilograms lighter than Shona no Umi, another David versus Goliath match right here. Toki Hayate needs to move quick. Oh, chest to chest. They should favor Shona no Umi, who's much bigger, but look at the fighting spirit by Toki Hayate. Toki Hayate goes in for the kill, but he cannot force Shona no Umi out. Shona no Umi resisting. Now Shona no Umi gets set, bringing Toki Hayate's center of gravity high. Toki Hayate now struggling. Shona no Umi looking calm and collected. Shona no Umi keeps Toki Hayate at dead center, and look at what happened there. The Gyoji, the referee, pointed the gumbai or the fan in the favor of the east side. Shona no Umi, is it going to stay? Are we going to have a mono-e, the review by the judges? No, we're not. Shona no Umi is the winner. Yorikiri frontal force out victory by Shona no Umi. You saw huffing and puffing from Shona no Umi, spending a lot of energy. Toki Hayate went right inside of Shona no Umi. Shona no Umi is big and strong, so Toki Hayate struggles to move him back and out. Shona no Umi had his chance, but Toki Hayate in the end neutralizes him. And look at the footwork. Yes, Toki Hayate's right foot clearly stepping out first. Look at Toki Hayate's right foot. It goes out first. So that's why the judges did not question Kyoji's ruling. Right foot out, and then Shonanomi goes out. Shonanomi almost ends up in the front row. So if you're seated in the front row, you better watch out. Those are the most expensive seats. But at the same time, those are the most dangerous seats. Sometimes. Shonanomi wins the match. Shonanomi, first victory. The electrical scoreboard, the winner with the red lamp on top or bottom of the screen.
西方武富士
Let's get to the next match.
五所川原出
Both
身
Rikishi are
伊
looking
勢ヶ
for
浜
their
部屋
first win in this match. It is Takeru Fuji versus Shodai. Both men one-time
熊
champ.
本県
Shodai
宇土
winning the
市出身
2020
戸塚部屋
September tournament. Takeru Fuji 2024 March tournament. Now look at the man on the right in purple, Takeru Fuji. He made history last year in March as he became the first top division rookie in, get this, 110 years to claim a championship. What a job he did, Takeru Fuji. After that, he had a lot of aches and pains, and he has been struggling just to maintain himself in a tip-top shape. So Takeru Fuji, if he is in good shape, there's not many people who can stop him. Takeru Fuji is sitting out the entire tournament in September. But we are very fortunate to see Takeru Fuji. He really wanted to make this trip, and here he is. Let's see if he can gain his first win. Shodai, the former Ozuki on the left-hand side. Shodai is also a strong Rikishi, hoping to work his way back to Ozuki someday. Takeru Fuji is a hard pusher. Shodai wants to gain a double inside grip. So Takeru Fuji wants to keep Shodai away if he can. Good charge by Takeru Fuji. See Takeru Fuji not giving what Shodai wants. Shodai wanted to gain an inside position or the belt grip, but Takeru Fuji disallows Shodai from doing anything. Takeru Fuji blows Shodai away. Takeru Fuji wins Oshidashi frontal push out. So Takeru Fuji goes to 2 for 2. 1 and 1. Okay.
The winner is Takeru Fuji.
It's his first win. Again, Takeru Fuji, the Tachiai, the initial charge was won by Takeru Fuji, and he carried the momentum all the way to the finish. As I explained earlier, before we enter this first half matches, I said if you can disrupt the opponent's balance and can gain advantage at the initial charge, you're likely to win the match, and that's exactly was the case in this match. Takeru Fuji driving Shodai, and Shodai has no answer. Shodai, his offense fails to show up for work. So Takeru Fuji just handed the water of power to the next west side combatant, that is Sadanomi. Here is the battle of unbeaten, Sadanomi versus Daieisho. It should be a dandy. Two veterans locking horns. Daieisho used to be a perennial Ozeki candidate.
西方佐田の海熊本市東区出身境川部屋
Again, both men 1-0. Sadanomi, the 38-year-old veteran,
東方
hoping to make a statement here in London.
埼玉県朝霞市出身追手風部屋呼び出しは光明
One of the hardest pusher thrusters is Daieisho.
From the west, Sadanomi, and from the east, Daieisho.
Very different fighting styles these two wrestlers brings to the table. Daieisho again, he will come out like a shot out of a cannon with his hard pushing and thrusting attack. Sadanomi will try to stop Daieisho's charge by getting a good grip on the belt. If Sadanomi can do that, Sadanomi will be in business. But if Daieisho can keep Sadanomi's hands off his belt, Sadanomi
will have a nice day at the office. Here we go. Sadanomi and Daieisho, both men hoping to remain undefeated. Good pushing, thrusting attack by Daieisho. As I said, it is Sadanomi now gaining a double inside position. Sadanomi can rally from here. Sadanomi gets set. Sadanomi drives. Sadanomi defeats Daieisho. What a match by the 38-year-old Sadanomi. He still moves like a 28-year-old. Job well done by the veteran Sadanomi.
ただいまの決まり手は寄り切り。
Yorikiri force out.
寄り切って佐田の海の
The
勝ち。
key to his victory, good defense shown by Sadanomi. Here's Daieisho comes out with all guns blazing, pan, 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 pan. But Sadanomi stays put, stands there like a brick wall. He gains the double inside grip. Look at the speed of Sadanomi gaining that double inside Morozashi. Now Sadanomi resists hard, and Sadanomi now marches, and there's nothing Daieisho can do to remain in the ring. Again, as soon as Sadanomi had the double inside position, that was all she wrote for Daieisho. Daieisho is a pusher thruster, so he does not want to go chest to chest. It is Sadanomi saying, goodbye, Daieisho. Moving on to the next match, we will have Churanomi meeting Mitake Umi. Churanomi 1-0, Mitake Umi looking good with the same record. Chiri Choju.
西方美ら海沖縄県うるま市出身
Nice bird's eye view here. When you think about this Royal Albert
東
Hall,
方御嶽海
you don't have to be seated at the ringside. Any of the seats here in the Royal Albert Hall is a very, very good seat.
West, Churanomi, and from the east, Mitakeumi.
Because I personally checked it out yesterday, going around the arena or the hall, and I was amazed to see how well you can watch the action from the upper level. What a nice, beautiful stadium this is, the Royal Albert Hall. Here we go. Mitakeumi, the three-time champion, this man. Almost became a Yokozuna, almost. But again, as I said, you have to win back-to-back titles. And he didn't do that, so that's why he got stuck at Ozeki. Now competing at a much lower level. Oh, Mitakeumi, nice move to the left. Chest to chest, Mitakeumi, his aggressive fighting style doesn't pay off as Churanomi goes forward. Churanomi shows his resiliency. Mitakeumi with a firm grip. Mitakeumi with a nice watenage or backward pivot throw, but the Mitakeumi wins the match. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Mitakeumi fought with a heavy heart in the September tournament after his 55-year-old mother passed away just 2 days before the tournament started.
御嶽海の勝ち
Despite his mental struggle, he competed throughout without making a single excuse. Mitakeumi, again, former Ozeki on the left. Look at his move to the left. He shows his quickness for his size. Now chest to chest, Churanomi drives. Churanomi didn't have an extra oomph to take Mitakeumi out. As a result, he allows Mitakeumi to make his move, and Mitakeumi with a solid grip on Churanomi. Churanomi has no offense to show for, and Mitakeumi forces Churanomi out. Mitakeumi wins. Both hands firm on Churanomi's belt. That's why Churanomi struggled to move Mitakeumi back. Mitakeumi flexing his muscles at the edge. What a move by the former Ozeki. Moving on to the next match. Look at the man on the left-hand side from the east. That's Ura, one of the most popular wrestlers in the top division today, if not the most.
西方藤の川
Now this should be a dandy. Both lost on the opening day, so hoping to pick up their first win. Fujinokawa, his father was a former Makunochi top division wrestler, so father-son combo, or the pair becoming top division wrestlers.
From the west,
Fujinokawa is a very, very intense rikishi. By the way, rikishi means men of strength. Men of strength. It means a professional wrestler. Fujinokawa is competing at the with the second lightest weight in the top division, right around 120. But Fujinokawa fights with unbelievable fighting spirit, a never-say-die attitude, and great technique. His opponent, of course, Ura, one of the most popular wrestlers of all time, maybe. He wins with acrobatic and unusual moves. If you have checked out my Sumo Primetime YouTube video, we highlighted Ura as one of the most electrifying wrestlers in the top division. Both wrestlers looking for their first win. Is Ura going to incorporate an esoteric move right here? Ura, oh, banging heads. Knocking each other, trading haymakers. Look at Fujinokawa go. Ura pushes back. Fujinokawa almost slips, but he regains his control. Oh, nice move inside. Oh, look out, there he goes. Nice move, what a technique by Ura. What was that? Again, in sumo, there are 82 winning techniques, and Ura utilizes many of those techniques. He doesn't win just with a simple push-outs or force-outs. Kaina hineri, that is.
The winner is Ura.
Two-handed arm twist down. What a move. Kaina hineri, Ura. Expect the unexpected, Ura, when Ura fights. Ura ducks under, right about here, around Fujinokawa's armpit. Ura fending off nice. Fujinokawa looking confused. There he goes, ducking under, ducks under, and utilizes that Kaina hineri move, two-handed twist down. Beautiful maneuver by Ura. Fujinokawa totally looks discombobulated, and Ura takes the advantage. Ura wins. Boy, oh boy, these matches go quickly, and we're entering the final match in the first half. Here on day 2, it pits Midori Fuji from the west side, the lightest wrestler in the top division, meeting Takano Sho from the east side. Midori Fuji and Takano Sho. It's about what, 50 or 55 kilogram weight differential between these two. Midori Fuji, even though he's light, he has tremendous techniques, tremendous fighting spirit. So he makes up for lack of his size with his aggressive fighting style as well. Midori Fuji on the right is so exciting to watch. Again, this is the final match in the first half here on day 2 in London. This is a dream come true moment for me, everybody, because I'm doing this play-by-play in London at the venerable Royal Albert Hall. It does not get any better than this. All right, this match doesn't get any better than this because Midori Fuji and Takano Sho are two of the feistiest rikishi. Takano Sho, when he's firing on all cylinders, he can drive his opponent back and out in a hurry. Midori Fuji needs to be careful. Midori Fuji needs to go to the side. He uses lateral mobility. Midori Fuji allowing Takano Sho to crush him. Oh, Midori Fuji ending up in the below. He flies out of the dojo. Is he okay? Takano Sho, relentless. Takano Sho, what a merciless attack by the former Sekiwake. Takano Sho wins, pounding with his pushing and thrusting attack and disallowing Midori Fuji to gain any kind of offensive rhythm. Tsukidashi thrust out victory.
The winner is Takano Sho.
And that's the end of the first half. Yeah.
Now concluded. And
Wow.
what drama there in those first 10 bouts.
Absolutely. I mean, this match between Midori Fuji and Takanosho just ended. What a fighting spirit by Midori Fuji, but Takanosho just overwhelmed Midori Fuji, the little man, with his pushing and thrusting attack. No chance for Midori Fuji. Takanosho says, goodbye, Midori Fuji.
You know, we saw some fantastic bouts. There's such a variety of winning moves as well. So much creativity.
Absolutely, because there are 82 winning ways.
ここで勝負審判の交代であります。
So the first half of the matches have now concluded. We're taking an interval. Just a couple of things to mention. One is, don't forget to vote for your favorite wrestler by scanning the QR code that you'll find on the back of your handbill. But the other one, Hero, is for everybody to avoid touching the doyo there.
That's right, yeah, because this is a sacred ring, and we do not want people to be touching the dohyo, and you know, it could pose a danger to the wrestlers if you do. So thank you for your understanding. Again, as any damage to the dohyo could pose a danger to the wrestlers. So please stay away from the dohyo. Please do not get too close to or enter the dohyo. Thank you for your understanding.
Excellent. Just a reminder there of the scores we saw on your screens and there from the graphics here at the Royal Albert Hall.
Right, so Shishi going 2-0. Let me see the other winners. Itoshi won. So did Tobizaru's rear lift-out maneuver was excellent. Asakoryu showing a lot of fighting spirit in his match.
Tobizaru with the flying monkey.
Yeah, that's right,
special.
flying monkey. He utilized his blazing speed to outmaneuver Koto Eiho. Now, Ura won his first match. That was an exciting move. Two-handed twist down, Kaina Hineri. So Ura utilizing another esoteric move. Takanosho went double digit in wins in the last tournament. So Takanosho not slowing things down a bit here in London.
And that's certainly the case when we return after the interval with another 10 bouts, including the two Yokozuna in action. So we'll see you after this.
Never been a runner.
I just never enjoyed it. I've wanted to run for years, never had the guts.
Tried the Couch 5K and never looked back.
Couch 5K is easy.
It's free.
Anybody can do it.
You don't have to rush or you don't have to race. It's not competition. You start off in tiny little chunks.
The coaches are always there.
You feel that somebody's alongside you.
You run, you walk, you're motivated. Before you know it, you're running for 15, 20 minutes at a time.
It's changed my life completely.
At my age, I feel as if I've achieved something.
I feel great.
The hardest step isn't going out and running. The hardest step is actually getting out the front door. Once you can do that, you're capable of anything.
So get those trainers on, download the Couch to 5K app today and get running.
Another season of ups, downs and everything in between.
Does it feel a little bit different this season?
Here we go again.
All the action.
You want to have your say.
And the reaction.
There's lots of talk on social media.
Goals dissected.
Got to do this, got to do that.
Interesting debate.
Fans connected.
A lot of match of the day.
Who's going to win it?
What do you think?
We've all got a shot.
Like never before.
209 live games on 5 Live.
Keep your discipline.
How about that?
Entertainment. It's what everybody's talking about. Football on the BBC.
I have a feeling it's about to get a lot more complicated.
Do I look like a babysitter?
God, no.
Ashley, are you okay?
Can you stop asking me that? You're looking at me like you don't know me.
Maybe I never really have. See you tomorrow, Skipper.
Blue Lights, coming soon to BBC One and iPlayer.
What better than the old foes, Australia against England? It begins with a bang. Australia and their usual green and gold. England expects that we've been here before.
Jarena, he's in the corner!
I don't think anybody's going to catch it.
Oh, terrific punch up here. Hello, there's no need for that. England are hoping to win a series against Australia for the first time since 1970. Is this their time? He's excited and so am I well be.
This isn't the path I thought I would take.
Welcome to the fight, MMA style.
Your dice my death every time you step on the arcade.
Punching up.
My goal is to turn pro. I want to make myself one of the strongest women to come out of ballymena.
And crashing down.
I'm just riddled with self-doubt. I put so much pressure on myself to win.
I set Rachel in the pocket.
Now I'm scared to lose.
Girl fight.
I'm so much more than what I've ever imagined.
Watch me. Watch on BBC iPlayer.
The Football Academy on BBC iPlayer, where young players aspire to reach the top of their game.
No one will ever be better than me.
Witness the players striking highs
Some goal up, by the way.
and tackling lows, on and off the pitch. There's exciting challenges
All right, let's do it.
and more famous faces.
What a goal.
This is one goal you don't want to miss. The Football Academy. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
13 strangers on the adventure of a lifetime.
Look at that view.
Literally breathtaking.
All they and you have to do is answer one question.
Where the X am I?
They absolutely lied to me.
Fight to the end.
This game is brutal.
Destination X. Watch all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
We've had injuries. And in between everything, we've had some half-decent cricket. I think, why can't we do this again? With 2 or 3 different places, all at the same time. What could possibly go wrong? You just got to prove it works.
Freddie Flintoff's Field of Dreams Ultimate Test. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
I've never been a runner.
I just never enjoyed it. I've wanted to run for years, never had the guts.
Tried the Couch 5K and never looked back.
Couch 5K is easy.
It's free.
Anybody can do it.
You don't have to rush or you don't have to race. It's not competition. You start off in tiny little chunks.
The coaches are always there.
You feel that somebody's alongside you.
You run, you walk, you're motivated. Before you know it, you're running for 15, 20 minutes at a time.
It's changed my life completely.
At my age, I feel as if I've achieved something.
I feel great.
The hardest step isn't going out and running. The hardest step is actually getting out the front door. Once you can do that, you're capable of anything.
So get those trainers on, download the Couch to 5K app today and get running.
Another season of ups, downs and everything in between.
Does it feel a little bit different this season?
Here we go again.
All the action.
You want to have your say.
And the reaction.
There's lots of talk on social media.
Goals dissected.
Got to do this, got to do that.
Interesting debate.
Fans connected.
A lot of match of the day.
Who's going to win it?
What do you think?
They've all got a chance.
Like never before.
209 live games on 5 Live.
Keep your discipline.
How about that?
Entertainment.
It's what everybody's talking about. Football on the BBC.
I have a feeling it's about to get a lot more complicated.
Do I look like a babysitter?
God, no.
Ashley, are you okay?
Can you stop asking me that? You're looking at me like you don't know me.
Maybe I never really have. See you tomorrow, Skipper.
Blue Lights. Coming soon to BBC One and iPlayer.
What better than the old foes, Australia against England? It begins with a bang.
Australia and their usual green and gold. England expects that we've been here before. Jarena, he's in the corner! I don't think anybody's going to catch it. Oh, terrific punch up here. Hello, there's no need for that. England are hoping to win a series against Australia for the first time since 1970. Is this their time? He's excited and so am I well be.
This isn't the path I thought I would take.
Welcome to the fight, MMA style.
Well, you dice my death every time you step on the arcade.
Punching up.
My goal is to turn pro. I want to make myself one of the strongest women to come out of Ballymena.
And crashing down.
I'm just riddled with self-doubt. I've put so much pressure on myself to win.
I said, Rachel, in the pocket.
Now I'm scared to lose.
Girl fight.
I'm so much more than what I've ever imagined.
Watch me.
Watch on BBC iPlayer.
The Football Academy on BBC iPlayer, where young players aspire to reach the top of their game.
No one will ever be better than me.
Witness the players striking highs and tackling lows, on and off the pitch. There's exciting challenges.
All right, let's do it.
And more famous faces.
What a goal.
This is one goal you don't want to miss. The Football Academy. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
13 strangers on the adventure of a lifetime.
Look at that view.
Literally breathtaking.
All they and you have to do is answer one question.
Where the X am I?
They absolutely lied to me.
Fight to the end.
This game is brutal.
Destination X. Watch all episodes on BBC iPlayer.
We've had injuries. And in between everything, we've had some half-decent cricket. I think, why can't we do this again? We're 2 or 3 different places, all at the same time. What could possibly go wrong? We just got to prove it works.
Freddie Flintoff's Field of Dreams Ultimate Test. Watch now on BBC iPlayer.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Grand Sumo Tournament London. We're halfway through tonight's action, and the exciting news here is that the highest ranked fighters are coming up, including the two Yokozuna.
Absolutely, the best of the best yet to come, and we're entering the second half of this Makunochi top division action, and it will not get any better than this, James, because in the final two matches we will have the two Yokozuna Grand Champions, undefeated at the moment, 1-0, will be facing off against real up-and-comers. So keep your eye on the ring. Now,
it's such a treat to have this event here in the Royal Albert Hall, which is the only place outside of Japan that's ever hosted an official sumo tournament. And I know the people have traveled from a long way to be here today.
I have met a lot of people from outside this country, like Netherlands, Canada, France, you name it. So Germany. So a lot of people are flying in to London to witness this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity Grand Sumo tournament here in the venerable Royal Albert Hall.
It's fabulous to see this quintessentially British venue becoming an authentic Japanese venue.
Right, absolutely, and this stage is magnificent because I think really fits the sumo, the culture of sumo, the tradition of sumo. It's bringing out the best of sumo. This Royal Albert Hall is.
Reminder there of the fights that are coming up on the doyo there in this second half. In professional sumo, companies and organizations sponsor matches by offering prize money, and before each bout in this second half, a yobidashi will be walking around the ring holding banners displaying the sponsors' names, and the winner will then receive prize envelopes from the sponsors before leaving the ring. The number of banners before each bout is a mark of prestige, and the numbers, of course, will increase as we build up to the two Yokozuna. A reminder as well that after our final bout, we will have the Yumitori Shiki, the bow twirling ceremony. So make sure you stay with us for that. We're ready now for our second set of bouts.
勝負審判をご紹介いたします。正面審判長出羽海元荻野花、西溜佐渡ヶ嶽元琴ノ若、東溜九重元千代大会、行司溜高田川元秋ノ島であります。
Here are the judges for the second half matches. The chief judge on the front side, Dewanomi, former Oginohana. The judge in the west, Sadogatake, former Kotonowaka. Judge in the east, Kokonoe, former Chiotaikai. The judge on the opposite side, Takatagawa, former Akinoshima. All right, restarting my broadcast on the radio service. Thank you for joining us. I hope you had a nice 25-minute break. The wrestlers are ready to fight. Second half matches starting right now, and this is as good as it gets, because as I look at these battle cards, we have 5 undefeated showdowns. One is Wakamoto Haru meeting Roga, and then Kim Bozan and Tamawashi, as well as Oshoma and Takayasu, Ao Nishiki, Ono Katsu, and in the final match, Gonoyama, final 2 bouts, Gonoyama and Ono Sato, Hoshoryu Kirishima, all undefeated. So we have 5 undefeated showdowns. So Should be a very exciting finish here on day 2. Again, thanks for joining us here on the broadcast. I'm Hiro Morita, bringing you the action from the venerable Royal Albert Hall. By the way, if you're wondering, you know, the stiff cords hanging down from a wrestler's mawashi or the belt, these are called sagari. They are a remnant of the time when wrestlers used to fight while wearing kesho mawashi or the ceremonial aprons. Those ceremonial aprons were cumbersome to the rikishi or the wrestlers, so those wrestlers complained. As a result, they removed the ceremonial apron from their waist. Now they only have those stiff cords and the remnant. That's the remnant.
岩内町出身離れ駒部屋東方琴勝峰
It is Ichiyamamoto meeting Koto Shouho.
柏市出身佐渡ヶ嶽部屋
Ichiyamamoto and Koto Shouho looking for their first win.
行司は木村元樹であります
In a grand sumo tournament in Japan, they have met 10 times. They split the series right down the middle, 5-5 against each other. The last time they met was in September. Ichiyamamoto won. Again, Koto Shouho, fighting out of the east side, is the July tournament champion, shocking the sumo world with his triumph. Ichiyamamoto, hard pusher thruster, yet to fight. Ichiyamamoto on the right-hand side. So, kind of contrasting fighting styles between these two combatants. Ichiyamamoto on the right loves to pound and slap, and he's a Tsukiyoshi Zumo Rikishi, that's pushing and thrusting style. Koto Shouho wants to gain a firm grip on the belt of Ichiyamamoto. Here they go. Ichiyamamoto instead goes for the belt grip. Koto Eiho swinging Ichiyamamoto, that's an arm-lock throw. Kotenage. Ichiyamamoto got deep inside of Koto Shouho, but Ichiyamamoto unable to do anything as Koto Shouho just swung him around and down by neutralizing Ichiyamamoto with a strong arm lock. Kotenage arm lock throw victory for Koto Shouho.
The winner is Koto Shouho.
So let's see what happened in that match. Ichiyamamoto goes in as right away. Look at the arm lock from Koto Shouho on the right arm, and utilizes it beautifully to swing Ichiyamamoto around and down. Ichiyamamoto hanging in. Ichiyamamoto just could not escape from the predicament. Again, right away, Ichiyamamoto gains an inside position by Koto Shouho. Good attack, good reaction, and good finish by Koto Shouho. See, Koto Shouho never allowed Ichiyamamoto to gain an upper hand with that deep inside position. Koto Shouho, nice reaction, good, fast reaction by Koto Shouho, enables him to pick up his first win. Coming up next, we have Wakamoto Haru on the west side against Roga on the east side. Roga and Wakamoto Haru, both men undefeated. What's interesting about these two combatants, they have never met before. Not in Japan, not nowhere, so this is their first ever meeting. So can't really tell you what's going to happen, but one thing is for certain. They fight in a different fighting styles. Well, they won't like to go chest to chest, but all right, let's speak about this man, Roga, the Russian. He would like to gain a right hand inside, left hand outside on his opponent's belt. Wakamoto Haru exactly the other way around. Left hand inside, right hand outside. So they will be fighting for the Mawashi supremacy.
And from the east, Roga. And the Kensho sponsors for this bout are London Tokyo Property Services, ANA, All Nippon Airways, and the House of Suntory.
So he who gets his preferred grip will win. Again, Roga, if he can gain a solid left hand outside grip, he wins. Wakamoto Haru the other way around, right hand outside. So they will be fighting for their preferred grip. This should be a very nice technical sumo by these two rikishi, but these two wrestlers are very strong as well. By the way, Wakamoto Haru loves WWE, so he might incorporate some of the moves he watches regularly on TV. And Roga, he told me, I was on the same bus from the Heathrow Airport to the downtown London, and Roga was saying that he's gonna do his best to beat his opponent and come out on top in this 5-day tournament. Interesting thing about Roga on the left-hand side, he uses a lot of throwing techniques. So once he gains a firm grip on the belt, he will go after his opponent with his throwing maneuvers like underarm throw, overarm throw, things like that. So watch for Roga as he tries to execute his strong throws. Wakamoto Haru, he can counter Roga's maneuver, so this should be a nice power versus power battle between Wakamoto Haru and Roga. Wakamoto Haru on the right, Roga on the left. Both men at 1-0. Right away, Roga gains his preferred grip. Right hand in, left hand out. That's why he's having a good time right now, forcing Wakamoto Haru to the edge. But Roga with a good pushing attack. But Wakamoto Haru reverses the field. He works his way back to the middle of the ring. Good job, Wakamoto Haru. Wakamoto Haru now gains the double inside. He marches, and that's all she wrote for Roga. Wakamoto Haru, job well done. Come from behind victory for Wakamoto Haru. Wakamoto Haru goes to 2-0 with a Yorikiri win. Roga suffers his first defeat. So you notice gaining a double inside grip is very advantageous in sumo. Again, every wrestler wants to gain a double inside grip, and that's exactly what Wakamoto Haru was able to establish. Once you have that double inside position, there he goes. Left hand in, right hand in, and there's nothing Roga can do to stop Wakamoto Haru's charge. Look at the left hand movement. It's called makikai. Makikai means switching over the grip from the outside to inside. Left hand of the Wakamoto Haru, there he goes. He goes double inside and he gets the job done. Moving on to the next match, we have Hiradomi from the west side and Atami Fuji, this man, on the east. Atami Fuji, a big man, and Hiradomi, much smaller, about 40-kilogram weight differential between these two combatants. Hiradomi and Atami Fuji, 0-1, both Rikishi. Atami Fuji 180 kilos, Hiradomi 137. Atami Fuji consistently competes at high Maegashira ranks, that is a rank and file position, so he's a young hopeful. Atami Fuji on the left is being coached by former Yokozuna Teruno Fuji, a 10-time champion.
From the west, Hiradomi, and from the east, Atami Fuji.
Atami Fuji prefers chest-to-chest battles and out-muscling opponents. So Atami Fuji's fighting style, well, he fights best with a right hand inside, left hand outside on his opponent's belt. Hiradomi, simply feisty and tough. This dude is tough, never hesitates to attack, no matter the opponent. So another young hope. Speed is his game, Hiradomi. So Hiradomi needs to use his blazing speed and outmaneuver Atami Fuji, because if he goes chest to chest against a big man, Atami Fuji, Hiradomi will have no chance whatsoever. So Hiradomi must outmaneuver big Atami Fuji. Another David versus Goliath kind of match here. Again, speed kills. You know, speed is what Hiradomi brings to the table, and he uses it to outmaneuver opponents. A smart way to compensate for his smaller size. Again, another living example that weight doesn't matter in sumo. Here we go. Hiradomi on the right, Atami Fuji on the left. Oh, quick start by Hiradomi. Hiradomi gains a shallow grip left. That's his go-to weapon. He forces Atami Fuji to the edge, but he doesn't have a major weapon to work with. Atami Fuji rallies. Atami Fuji now putting all sorts of weight on Hiradomi. Hiradomi, does he have any gas left in the tank? Because Atami Fuji is keeping up the pressure, and he defeats a much smaller opponent. Again, you go chest to chest with a big Atami Fuji. Good luck. Hiradomi, I hope he learns his lesson. Don't go chest to chest with this man. Big, strong, I mean, you name it. Very powerful Rikishi, Atami Fuji.
The winner is Atami Fuji.
1 win and 1 loss. Atami Fuji is only 23 years old, so many are hoping that he will make it to the top when he turns like 25, 26. Give him some time to, you know, improve and grow, because he's still a relative newcomer to the top division. But Atami Fuji is able to overpower Hiradomi. Hiradomi, big mistake going chest to chest. The much bigger foe. Atami Fuji knows that he's in business, and Atami Fuji makes sure Hiradomi doesn't escape at the edge. So Atami Fuji wins with a Yorikiri frontal force out. We have Oho and Haku Oho next. This should be a one intense battle. Two of the most fierce competitors in sumo, Oho and Haku Oho. Both men 0-1. Now they have met twice in the top division in a grand tournament. Oho leads 2-0. Oho defeating Haku Oho by a slapdown in September. Both rising stars. Here is Haku Oho on the screen. Two rising stars again. Haku Oho, this man defeated Yokozuna Ono Sato. Now get this, he defeated Yokozuna Ono Sato in the last two tournaments.
From the west, Oho, and from the east, Haku Oho. The Kensho sponsors for this
So
bout
as a result,
Albert Hall, XTX Market, the Roof Gardens, and Sanrio.
Haku Oho left the September tournament with the Outstanding Performance Award. Only 22, Haku Oho. Many call him the monster of the Reiwa era. In Japan, only 22, but already a force to be reckoned with. You know, Oho on the left has a deep, cool voice. I like it. Oho, his opponent is a grandson of 32-time champion, former Yokozuna Taiho. The man on the right, his father made it to the third highest rank of Sekiwake, so he's a sumo thoroughbred on the right-hand side. Again, the grandson of 32-time champ, former Yokozuna Taiho, fights with relentless forward charge. By the way, Oho's name means strong, or Oho's name means King Phoenix. O means king, Ho means phoenix. A strong name. So many expect him to become the king of the ring, a Yokozuna, like his grandfather. By the way, Oho, he is the third of 4 brothers. Both his older and younger brothers are also professional sumo wrestlers. And his eldest brother is a professional wrestler, the big time wrestling. Here we go, Oho and Haku Oho. An explosive tachi with the initial charge by Haku Oho, but Oho gains the inside position. He chugs forward, but he cannot finish up Oho. and Haku Oho. They seem to go down at the same time. Are we going to have a Moto E? The conference by the judges will take place. Review time. So what happened here? So right now we're having a Moto E, the conference by the judges. They are questioning the Gyoji referee's decision, so they will make sure the winner and loser to come up with the right winner and loser. So look at the 4 judges conferring, and they're probably talking about their footwork. Now this will be either, they will either, uphold the Gyoji referee's verdict, or they can overrule the referee's verdict. If it's too close to make the call, they will have them fight again, which we love it so much. So let's hear the verdict from the chief judge, Kokonoe.
ただいまの競技について説明いたします。
では、能見。
行司軍配は王鵬に上がりましたが、
行司 gave the match to 王
鵬の足が出たのではないかと物言いがつき、協議した結果、王鵬の足と白王鵬の体が同時と見て取り直しといたします。
Oh, they both look at the, footwork, and they both went out of the bounds at the same time, so we're going to have a rematch. By the way, that was the announcement made by Dewanomi Oyakata. Thank you very much. So a rematch which everybody wanted to see, because they get to see an extra match. So they came in with an initial game plan, so it's not going to work the second time. So it'll be interesting to see what the game plan will be for each of these 2 rikishi. Hakuoho had an explosive initial charge, but he wasn't able to move forward. Instead, Oho drove him back, but Hakuoho showing his resiliency, flexibility, and the tremendous fighting spirit to stay alive until the final moment. So who's it gonna be? Hakuoho or Oho? They're both young. Hakuoho just 22, Oho 25, so should have plenty of gas left in the tank. Part 2, Hakuoho and Oho. Strong charge by Hakuoho once again, but kind of similar style of sumo from the first match. Hakuoho drives, Oho resists. Oho flexing his muscle. Oho wants to bring Hakuoho's center of gravity high, but Hakuoho does a good job keeping himself low, and there goes the Shtate Dashi Nage pulling underarm throw. Victory goes to Hakuoho. He is the clear-cut winner in this rematch. Hakuoho wins, spending a lot of energy, fighting twice today. Shtate Dashi Nage is the pulling underarm throw.
The winner is Hakuoho.
Hakuoho on the left-hand side, he was a former high school star, winning the championship a number of times, and Hakuoho highly recruited out of high school, and here he shows his true potential. Opening his stance, utilizing the left-hand underarm throw, and he executes a beautiful Shtate Dashi Nage pulling underarm throw. You cannot do any better than that. Oho is really confused, and Hakuoho overwhelms Oho. Moving on to the next match, we have 2 big men stepping into the dojo. They are Kinbo-zan from the west side on the right against Tamawashi on the left. Both were winners on day 1, the opening day. Tamawashi, the Iron Man of sumo, 40-year-old veteran. You know, what's amazing about Tamawashi on the left-hand side is that he made his professional debut in 2004 January. That's more than 21 years ago. But you know what? He has never missed a single day since his pro debut in January 2004. He already has 2 titles under his belt, and he says he wants to win his 3rd championship. He's not slowing down a bit. Tamawashi, 40 years old, will turn 41 next month. Unbelievable.
From the west, Kimbo-san, and from the east, Tamawashi.
His opponent is Kimbo-san from Kazakhstan.
The House of Santori, Mizuho, and Askuras Hold.
So let's speak about Tamawashi on the left. I have visited Tamawashi's stable, which is Kata Onami stable, to train with Tamawashi. I said, Tamawashi-san, can I work with you? He says, come on, you know, anytime. So I have visited his stable, and I challenged him. I said, since you're 40 years old, maybe I can beat you. So that was a bold and stupid challenge because he crushed me. He threw me against the wall like a sack of potatoes. And Tamawashi says, you need to train a lot harder. Of course, he's a professional sumo wrestler, but I liked it because Tamawashi did not take easy on me. And I got a taste of what it's been like a real ordinary person going up against a professional sumo wrestler. So I do not want to do it again. Anyway, Tamawashi fights best with his powerful nodowa, which is the throat thrust. Uh-oh, Kimbo-san looks fired up. The man from Kazakhstan. Again, both are 1-0 at the moment. So if they can, you know, keep their foot on the gas and keep going, who knows? They could be the last man standing here in London. So crucial match right here. Kimbo-san and Tamawashi. Kimbo-san, first wrestler from Kazakhstan to reach the top division against Tamawashi. Feisty veteran. Tamawashi will come out with all guns blazing, swinging his arms, pounding, slapping, punishing his opponent. Here we go. There goes Tamawashi. Look at the throat thrust. Oh, Tamawashi slips. Oh, no. Tamawashi was applying the pressure, but looked like his upper body was extended too far forward. This allowed Kimbo-san from Kazakhstan to take the match. Kimbo-san won the match without breaking a sweat. Hand pull down win. Kimbo-san remains undefeated. Tamawashi's initial charge looked pretty spirited. Good charge, Tamawashi. Right hand, nodowa, the stiff arm. But oh, Tamawashi really slips and goes down. Look at Tamawashi's footwork. Uh-oh. Maybe he was too eager to go after Kimbo-san, and Kimbo-san remain, keeping a nice distance. And it was Kimbo-san kind of pulling Tamawashi's arms as well. So Kimbo-san applying a nice technique, but it was more of a Tamawashi falling down to the clay. Next up, we have Oshoma meeting Takayasu, the Komusubi, the 4th highest ranked wrestler on the left-hand side. Very popular, 35-year-old Takayasu. Here he is, former Ozeki. He almost became Yokozuna as well, but came up short. By the way, during the tournament, these wrestlers love eating chicken, not beef or pork. You know why? Well, beef or pork stand on 4 legs, right? And that means a loss in sumo. Chicken stand on 2 legs. So these superstitious wrestlers loves eating chicken during the 15-day or 5-day tournament for that matter. They are really superstitious. They stay away from those 4-legged animals during a tournament. Standing on two legs means a victory in sumo. That's why they love chicken.
モンゴルトブ県出身ナルト部屋
So, Oshoma and Takayasu both undefeated.
茨城県土浦出身田子の浦部屋行事は木村幸之助であります
Takayasu's mother is from the Philippines.
And from the east, Komusubi Takayasu. And the Kensho sponsors for this bout are ANA, All Nippon Airways, Kikoman, HTX Markets, Royal Albert Hall, and London Tokyo Property Services.
Again, Takayasu, his mom is from the Philippines, so when he fights, his relatives there always watch and cheer him on. I hope they're watching this. A very sweet person though, Takayasu on the left, who always makes time to meet and talk. Win or lose, he never loses his cool. Always courteous and a gentleman. One of the main reasons he has so many fans. Takayasu. Again, former Ozeki. Still seeking his first title in Japan. Very strong. He has come so close to winning his first Emperor's Cup, but hasn't done it yet. He's married to a professional singer. He's a good singer himself. I haven't gone to karaoke with Takayasu yet, but I've heard him sing before. Oshoma, his opponent, is from Mongolia. Former standout amateur wrestler, brings many nifty wrestling skills to sumo. So Oshoma, I have visited his stable too, and I tried to beat him, but Oshoma, he fights with strong balancing, keen sense for openings. Oshoma told me that he always watches his opponent's footwork to find openings and trip them when they are off balance. Another battle of unbeatens here on day 2, Oshoma and Takayasu. I would say the winner will advance. Winner will keep his title hopes alive. The loser, I would say, the championship hopes go out the window, but it could be a costly defeat. So both men looking for their second win here on day 2. Takayasu on the left, Oshoma on the right. Oh, the strong charge by Takayasu. Takayasu, can he go all the way? He should not stop. He should not pull. And that's exactly what he does. Pounding and punishing Oshoma. And the 35-year-old veteran, Takayasu, goes to 2-0. What a strong charge. Boy, I would love to see Takayasu come out on top in this tournament because he wants to win his Yusho or the championship.
The winner is Takayasu.
Tsukidashi. Takayasu, all guns blazing from the get-go. Oshoma, what is he doing? He's being sandbagged by Takayasu. By the way, I saw Oshoma today in the streets of London. Maybe he didn't practice today. And lack of practice, that's what happens. Oshoma wasn't able to show anything today. In the meantime, Takayasu brings his A game and he makes a quick work of Oshoma. Pounding, slapping. Oshoma taking too much punishment. Moving on to the next match, look at Aonishiki, one of the most electrifying wrestlers today. He meets Onokatsu, the Mongolian rising star. Aonishiki is from Ukraine, Onokatsu from Mongolia. They have met only once. Aonishiki is 1-0 against Onokatsu. Both men 1-0. Aonishiki is a komusubi, the 4th highest rank. After going 11-4 in the previous tournament in September, Aonishiki is bound to gain another promotion in the November tournament. He will probably move up to Sekiwake, which is the 3rd highest rank. Aonishiki keeps improving with each tournament. the Ukrainian star.
ウクライナベネツィア出身安治川部屋東方大野勝
If you checked out my YouTube channel, and one of the things we highlighted was Ao Nishiki heading into this London tournament. We said Ao Nishiki is the true challengers.
The Kensho sponsors for this bout are eTokyo, Ascona Hold, the Roof Gardens, XTX Market, MUFG, and Grundvig.
So right now, we have two Yokozuna on the official listing of ranks. Kotozakura, the Ozeki, is sitting out this tournament due to a right knee injury. But we only have one Ozeki today. Ao Nishiki hoping to become an Ozeki to join Kotozakura, but Ao Nishiki has quickly become the top Ozeki candidate. Ao Nishiki only made his debut 2 years ago in the 2023 September tournament. What a fast rise to the top level. By the way, Ao Nishiki reached Komusubi, the 4th highest rank, in just 12 tournaments since his pro debut. You know what? That is the fastest in sumo history. Let's speak about Ono Katsudo, former college standout. He overwhelms his opponents once he secures a grip on the belt. From Mongolia, you know, Ono Katsu defeated Ono Sato, the Yokozuna, in the 2022 College National Sumo Championship to become the college Yokozuna. So Ono Katsu is a real deal too. So here we go, should be a dandy. Ao Nishiki on the right, Ono Katsu on the left. Strong charge by both Rikishi. Ao Nishiki stays low. Watch out. Ao Nishiki has many nifty techniques from this position. Ono Katsu struggling. Ono Katsu hopes out-maneuver, but Ao Nishiki stays low, drives forward, and he out-muscles Ono Katsu. Ono Katsu handed his first loss. Ao Nishiki advances to 2-0.
ただいまの決まり手は寄り切って青錦の勝ち。
The winner is Ao Nishiki.
Ao Nishiki is a very, very tough Rikishi because he stays low, he attacks from a low angle, he creates a leverage, a very good leverage. Ao Nishiki, look at Ao Nishiki. Now, right hand, left hand inside, he stays low. Look how low he stays. That's why he's able to create a favorable leverage, and there's nothing Ono Katsu can do. This is how Ao Nishiki fights almost all the time. You gotta love Ao Nishiki's fighting styles. Just attack, attack, attack. Ao Nishiki doesn't stop applying the pressure on his opponent, and there goes Ono Katsu out of the ring. Ao Nishiki wins. So the Ukrainian star advances to 2-0. Moving right along to the next match. We have 3 more bouts remaining here on day 2. Here's Abi. His Shiko foot stomping is beautiful too. Wakataka Kage is his opponent. Both men 0-1 at the moment. They have met 12 times in a tournament, and Abi leads 7-5. In the previous tournament in September, it was Wakataka Kage defeating Abi by Oshidashi frontal push-out. One thing in common for these two combatants: they're both one-time champs. Abi won his first Yusho or the championship in the 2022 November tournament. His opponent, Wakataka Kage, the winner of the 2022 March tournament.
Abi, and from the east, Sekiwake Wakataka Kage. And the Kensho sponsors for this bout are Sanrio, MUFG, the House of Suntory, XTX Market, Mizuho, London Tokyo Property Services, and Royal Albert Hall.
Look at this man, Wakataka Kage. He looks like a, I mean, he, embodies like a, samurai, style. He's cool. Smooth operator, yet as feisty as it gets. Yeah, he reminds me of a true samurai, Wakataka Kage. He's a younger brother of Wakamoto Haru, known for superb technique. Wakataka Kage used to be the perennial Ozeki candidate, but since he went 6-9 in the last tournament, he will not be promoted to Ozeki anytime soon. Wakataka Kage with a technique sound sumo. He will always apply. And Abi, fierce pusher thruster. So very different in their fighting styles. Wakataka Kage wants to gain a good, firm belt grip on Abi. Abi doesn't want that. Abi, he is not going to allow Wakataka Kage to gain a good grip on the belt that easily. There's Abi pounding. Abi keeping Wakataka Kage away, but Wakataka Kage finds a nice grip on the belt, and Abi is being lifted out by Wakataka Kage. Wakataka Kage wins his first win here in London. Tsuridashi. Wakataka Kage delivers. I noticed there are many Wakataka Kage fans in this hall. Wakataka Kage wins 1-1, the Sekiwake, the third highest rank. Watch, Abi, again, pusher thruster. He doesn't fight well on the opponent's belt. Wakataka Kage is able to go chest to chest, and that was easy for Wakataka Kage. Wakataka Kage going forward, applying the pressure, double inside, and he goes for the lift out. Abi not able to create any kind of offense with his pushing and thrusting attack. Instead, he allows Wakataka Kage to go deep inside, and that was all she wrote. Pounding, slapping, Wakataka Kage keeping up the intensity, and there's nothing Abi can do at the edge. So we're down to the final two matches here on day 2 of this London tournament. And we have a dandy here. It's Gonoyama meeting Onosato. Gonoyama, Onosato, both wrestlers at 1-0. This is Onosato. Spent some time with him during the day with Onosato. Me and Onosato spoke to Onosato quite a bit. He says he's really enjoying his stay here in London. And he was looking forward to competing again today, and of course the rest of the tournament, and he hopes to pick up another championship. That's what at least he told me. Gonoyama is a hard pusher. I call him the human bulldozer. The 75th Yokozuna Onosato, the winner of the last September tournament, 5 titles.
From the west, Gonoyama, and from the east, Yokozuna Onosato. The Kensho sponsors for this bout: Ascona Hall, Grundvik, the Roof Guns, HTX Market, Mizuho, Royal Albert Hall, ANA, All Nippon Airways, and Kikkoman.
Now we have 2 Yokozuna today, one on the east, one on the west. Which is a higher rank? It's the east. East is the higher ranked wrestlers than the west side. So when they hold the same similar rank, you look at, you know, whether he's from the east side or whether he's from the west side. If he's an East Yokozuna is a higher ranked Yokozuna than the West Yokozuna. That means Onosato is the king of the ring today. There are nearly 600 professional wrestlers today. Onosato is at the pinnacle of that 600 wrestlers. Still only 25 years old. Who knows how many championships he will win before retiring. He already has 5. Gonoyama, one thing I know, he is going to come out with all guns blazing. He cannot allow Onosato to gain a good grip on the belt. That's a no-no. Gonoyama There he goes. Gonoyama needs to do this number of times. Gonoyama cannot flinch. Gonoyama needs to go forward. Ono Sato says, come on. The Yokozuna now catches Gonoyama, and that's all she wrote. Again, Gonoyama just couldn't. You can't do that. Gonoyama, you have to go forward. Needs to keep Yokozuna off of your Mawashi belt, but Gonoyama, as soon as he allowed the Yokozuna to, gain a grip on the Mawashi or the belt, it was all Ono Sato.
The winner is Ono Sato.
Gonoyama with a spirited initial charge, but Ono Sato standing there like a brick wall. He did not go anywhere. He finds an opening, and that's a nice Yokozuna style of sumo by Ono Sato. Ono Sato taking Gonoyama's best shot, but Ono Sato did not go anywhere, and Ono Sato dealing with Gonoyama with his power and with his Yokozuna pride. And there goes Ono Sato driving, and out goes Gonoyama. The final match on day 2 coming your way. Now, that's the top Gyoji. Kimura Shonosuke. He only adjudicates the last match, final bout of the day. Why? Well, he is the top rank. He is the Yokozuna of all the Gyoji referee, Kimura Shonosuke. Now, if we have a chance, take a look at the short sword, a dagger, tucked into Kimura Shonosuke, the referee's, belt near his stomach. It symbolizes his resolve. If he were ever to declare the wrong winner, he would be expected to take responsibility, even to the point of ritual suicide. There, see that dagger? Yeah, that shows you how responsible, heavy the responsibility of this Kimura Shonosuke's job is. If he makes a mistake, in the old days, you had to commit a suicide to take the responsibility. It doesn't happen today, of course, but that's a powerful reminder of the weight of the Tate Gyoji or the top Gyoji's role and the seriousness of his duty. Now the final match. Hoshoryu, another undefeated Yokozuna, against Kirishima.
東方関脇霧島モンゴルドルノル県出身音羽山部屋行司は木村庄之助
Final match.
本日結びの一番であります
From the west, Yokozuna, Hoshoryu, and from the east, Sekiwaki Kirishima. And the potential sponsors for this bout are London Tokyo Property Services, Royal Albert Hall, the House of Suntory, NUFG, Ascot Holt, ANA, All Nippon Airways, Sanrio, and Mizuho.
Now, Hoshoryu and Kirishima have met 22 times in the top division contest. Now, get this. A close rivalry because Hoshoryu is only 12-10 against Kirishima. So that means Kirishima has done pretty successfully against the Yokozuna in the past. 12-10 in favor of Hoshoryu, so this should be a matchup Hoshoryu cannot take lightly. Hoshoryu better bring his A game, or Kirishima could cause a huge upset here in the final match on day 2 of the London Basho. Kirishima is a no-gimme on the left. He's a former Ozeki. Both wrestlers are from Mongolia. Kirishima, the winner of 2 titles. Hoshoryu with same number of titles. Hoshoryu is the Yokozuna, but Hoshoryu has 2 championships. Kirishima came so close to becoming a Yokozuna. But he fights at the 3rd highest Sekiwake right now. Kimura Shonosuke, the top Gyoji referee, has turned his gunbai or the fan forward. It's time to fight. Good attack by Hoshori. Hoshori goes forward. Kirishima does a good job remaining in the ring. Kirishima wants to gain a double inside. Does he have it? Good footwork by Kimura Shonosuke. Getting away from their action. Hoshori with a strong grip. Hoshori gets taken to the edge. The Yokozuna refuses to go out. What a match. Kirishima. I would say Hoshori on the right has the advantage because he has a strong right-handed weapon. There he goes on the attack. He goes right behind Kirishima and wins by outmaneuvering Kirishima. Hoshori, the Yokozuna, improves to 2-0. What a match. What a victory by the Yokozuna.
ただいまの決まり手は送り出し。送り出して豊昇龍の勝ち。The winner is 豊昇龍。
Now we will now have a Yumi Torishiki or the ball twirling ceremony. This ritual is performed to ward off evil spirits. We will now have the Yumi Torishiki or the ball twirling ceremony. This ritual is performed to ward off evil spirits, to pray for a bountiful harvest and purify the ring in preparation for the next day's competition. And everyone, when the ball twirler enters the ring, he will perform 2 foot stomps. At each stomp, just like we did in the Yokozuna's Dohyo Iri, be sure to shout Yosho and drive away the evil spirits together with the ball twirler.
弓取り式は琴翼であります。弓取り式は終わりました。
All right, now the ball twirling ceremony has been successfully concluded. Thank you very much for your active participation.
以上をもちまして大相撲ロンドン場所2日目の取り組みは終了いたしました。本日はご来場いただきまして誠にありがとうございました。
All right, once again, thank you very much for attending day 2 of the Grand Sumo tournament at the Royal Albert Hall here in London.
Hiro, you've seen so much sumo in your time, and you're going to see a whole bunch more, but that was a really special evening.
Absolutely. Did you see those Yokozuna, 2 Yokozuna Grand Champions flexing their muscles and defeating the lower-ranked opponents? That's the way it should be, but, you know, big hand to those lower-ranked wrestlers. They gave their best shot.
We saw some really interesting bouts, a lot of interesting techniques, a lot of matches that didn't go the way we thought they were going to go when they started, and some spectacular moves, particularly from that flying monkey.
Absolutely. Flying monkey, the Tobizaru, that's good because, you know, expect the unexpected. Those wrestlers with good mobility, blazing speed, they create all sorts of chaos against his opponents. And that's exactly what we got from the flying monkey Tobizaru.
Oh, the best news is, tomorrow we go again. I thank everybody for coming along today. If you're not able to join us tomorrow, of course, you can follow the action at home on the BBC through the red button and around the world.
Absolutely, and through my play-by-play, I hope they learn more about sumo, get better understanding of sumo, because I will do my best to offer my better commentary tomorrow moving forward.
I've already learned a bunch. Thank you so much,
Okay,
Hirotan. It's been such a pleasure working with you again today, and I look forward to tomorrow. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming along today to the Grand Sumo Tournament here at the Royal Albert Hall. Have a safe journey home, and our thanks from everybody here.
Thank you, and sayonara.